I suppose we should record this, shouldn't we? Might be a good idea. Okay. Don't worry, it's catching up, okay. Alright. And we'll turn the mic off and start streaming. Hello. Hello. Nice to see you guys again. It's good to be back on YouTube, actually. Because Twitch is nice for streaming, but everyone's here. Everyone's here. It's lovely. I'm thinking of coming and streaming here a bit more regularly. Anyway, let me just stop this so it's not using up CPU, and then we are ready to go. So today, we're editing videos. And we are going to be editing the same project that we were working on in the last YouTube live stream, I think it was, which is Seinfeld. Not Seinfeld, Seinfeld. Hello, everyone. It really is fantastic to see everyone here. And all these familiar names. Skills, Chip Chap Chop. That looks like Reformix, Raymix. Something like that. It really is fantastic to see you guys here. Okay. Well, let's move on. Let's take a look at my computer screen. Look at this thing. Oh, the chat's a little bit in the way there. Let me just squish that down a little bit. Hopefully you guys don't mind if I minimize you a little. There you go. That's all right. So this is our project. We're kind of starting from scratch. There's not that much I've got here. We've got the music here. We've got the full thing here, and then I've got an instrumental and an a cappella because that helps when sequencing stuff. And I've put a little intro in here. Hopefully you can see the video up there okay. I might actually size that up a bit. And then I've synced up some of the pieces here, and we'll run through it. We'll run through it now. You'll get to see how horrible my computer is for video editing and how horrible Sony Movie Studio is for video editing. I'm starting to regret buying it, to be honest. Anyway, let's see.
Oh, yeah, right. Like anybody's ever gonna do this. How did you get me to go along with that? A show about nothing.
And then there's something here, we'll put something there. And then you got this.
I can't believe that cops still have to read that whole "you have the right to remain silent" speech to every criminal they arrest. I mean, is there anybody that doesn't know that?
But we've got the stand-up bit here, I've put that in, and I'm thinking this one as well, because of the way that the episodes always end with a freeze frame, we're going to be using that a lot.
I can't believe...
And I have a feeling that the reason that that's twitching like that when it stops is because I'm... No? Using preview.
Beretta? Yeah, good. Get in the car.
Yep.
I can't believe to help us to be still have to read.
And then over here, in the audio, we have two stand-up routines. One pans off to the right, the other one comes in from the left, so I've done that.
It seems to me that the closest thing we have to royalty in America are the people that get to ride in those little carts through the airport. Don't you hate these things?
I think your wish has come true.
It does not even try to stop the cracking of the head it's in. Then we can go.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to play through the rest of this. Just in case you guys haven't heard it before. So what we're working with.
Very funny, I get it. Then we can go. You stay. And to help us, stupid idiot.
The music is mostly done. It's pretty short,
believe
actually.
To help us to be
Video's
still
looking
have
to
to
be
read.
about 3
It's attached
minutes
itself
long.
to me.
Yeah.
I
It's not
can't
really
believe,
short, but it's shorter
but
than...
it's to help us to be
than some of the other
still
stuff
have
I've
to
done.
read. It's attached itself to me.
So I don't know.
I can't believe.
I was
but it's to
thinking of
help us
extending it, but I think I'm just going to leave it the
still
way it
have
is.
to read. It's attached itself to me. I can't believe, but it's to help us to be still have to read. It's attached itself to stupid idiot. I can't believe to help us to be still have to read. It's attached to the man I'm looking for. I can't believe, but it's to help us to be still have to read.
Anyway. let's get started on the editing. So since we're starting from scratch, a lot of this is going to be just syncing things up and getting things all working. And you also notice as well, I've got these videos up here. I've got all this sorted into different folders, all the episodes in here. There's some visualizer things here. There's nothing in there. I can't remember what I was putting in there. Then there's the music and some footage. This one is the broken footage that I filmed a while ago. See the Smuffy Extra channel in order to see why it was broken. But some I've looked at it again, and some of it is usable. And this is just freeze frames, and then these are the bits that I took samples from just to make it easier for us. So we're going to sync these things up first. So let's play through this.
I can't believe to help us.
Now, it's been a while since I've looked at this remix, so I'll have to remember exactly where all these different bits are.
I can't believe.
I think it's in Stand Up 2.
I can't believe.
There it is. And that's the that's the only problem with working like this. It's because I've got quantize to frames turned off. Those buttons don't do that much. And I've also left that on. There you go. So let's sync this up. And to do that, I'm going to pull this out and bring the audio up to the same place so we can look at the waveform and get it all set up.
I can't believe.
And that's pretty much done. And we'll throw this off to the side.
To help us to be.
And those are from this one, I think. It's one about bike helmets.
But my personal favorite would have to be that we had to invent the helmet. What was happening if
Okay, so to help us,
we chose not to avoid, come up with some sort of device to help us
there it is. We'll not get rid of that because we might need it.
To help us.
It doesn't need to be perfectly synced up because it's just video to audio. It's not as precise as audio.
To help us.
And so that should look fine.
To help us to be.
Yep, that looks fine. Just pop that up to the beats.
I can't believe.
Now, that's not going to work because it's quite a short cutoff there, so we might actually just stretch that out a smidgen.
I can't believe. To help us to be.
And we'll fill in those gaps later. This editing software looks like a disaster. Yes, it pretty much is. I used to have a version of Sony Vegas that was even worse because that was something from like 2012. So yeah, Magic's video editing software is not very good. I got this one because it was like $70. Like, ooh, bargain. And I really don't want to have to pay a couple $100 a year in order to use Premiere. I don't like the idea of subscription things for software. It's just like, hey, do you have a disposable income? No. Is your income fluctuating? Yes. Well, you can't buy our software then. Anyway, what else? That's the next sample is To Be.
To be.
That's right. To Be, I think, is over here.
To help us.
No, no. We want this.
are not smart. But my personal favorite would have to be point 2 as proof that the humans are not
Is that
smart.
the right one?
The helmet are not smart. Have to be.
Oh, it is. Yeah, okay. I thought it would have had a bit more pause at the beginning, but that's okay.
to be, to be, to be, to be, still
And we can push this forward a little bit.
help us to be, still help us to be,
And we've got a fair bit of...
still have to still have to read.
Okay, and then we've got still have to read from over here.
Right to remain silent speech. Still have to read that whole.
I think I might have got a bit more than I bargained for. No, that's exactly it.
Still have to read. Still have to read. It's a. Still have to read.
And that should work.
Still have to read. It's attached itself to me. It's almost as if it.
Okay. And then we've got it's attached itself to me, which is not part of the stand-ups. So we'll throw this off to the side. It's from Stinky Bit. From the one about the stinky car. So where's that one? It's towards the beginning somewhere. What was it again?
It's attached itself to me. It's almost as if it.
Attached itself to me almost as if it... Okay. Almost as if it is before.
Like a punch in the face. Gain strength through
On offensive odors that I would
it. Gain strength.
There it is.
Hits me. It's almost as if it had.
There you go.
If it had gained.
Okay. We'll throw this in here.
It's attached itself to me. It's almost as if it. It's almost as if it. It's almost as if. It's almost as. It's almost as if it. It's almost as if it.
And then we've got attached itself to me. And then that's towards the end, I think.
He thinks I have
What happened? Don't you see what's happening here? It's attached itself to me. It's.
There you go. And we'll throw this here. Like that.
It's attached itself to me. It's almost as if it. I can't believe.
And we can bridge the gap with that, and I think that as well. And we'll throw that a bit forward. Throw this a bit after, a bit down there. This can go back here. This can go there.
Have to be. Have to be.
And then, while we're doing that, let's just bring the instrumental up so we can turn it on when we want to. We can take a look at this. There's still some gaps. We'll fill that in.
Good. Get in the car. I can't believe. To help us to be. Still have to read. It's attached itself to me. It's almost as if it. I can't believe.
Already, it kind of flows very well. I can help you, Pirate Ableton. No probs, mate. No thanks, Mika. I'm trying my best not to be a pirate. As freeing as being a pirate on the seven seas is, I'm trying my best not to be one. Anyway. And we'll should we put frames in there? How long can we...
I can't believe. To help us to be.
Let's put a freeze frame here. Is there any left over? Nope, that's the last frame. So let's go into freezers and save a picture. That one. Throw it in there. You can actually do something in this, which is so remove an envelope, which in Vegas there's a thing here for velocity, which isn't in Movie. It's funny with Movie Studio because when I bought it because it was sort of like, hey, it's got all these features, and you compare it to Sony Vegas, and it's like, oh, it's not missing that much. Actually, it is missing that much. It's missing masking. It's missing compositing. It's missing envelopes. It's missing everything. For some reason, it's also missing in switches. For audio, there's a invert phase thing here. You can't do that in this for some reason. Yeah. Anyway, I will manage. and that's a problem. It's another thing that Vegas has that this doesn't, is a master resample switch, so you can turn it off instead of having to do it for everything. So we'll just redo that. Otherwise, it just looks unprofessional and blurry and a bit too smooth, and everything just yeah.
To help us to be.
Now this is probably about as far back as I can push it, and this we can't push any further because he says something.
To help us to be.
Yeah.
Us to be.
And we can probably save that. So we just set the switch to disable. Another way you can fix that is by just setting the frame rate to the same frame rate. But for some reason, Seinfeld is 24 or 23.97 something. And I don't want to have to change it back to 30 because that might screw some transitions up.
To be. Still have to read. Still have to read.
That could be pulled back a little bit more.
Still have to read. Still have to read.
That's a good thing. It's on beat.
Still have to read. It's attached itself to me. It's almost as if I can't believe. But it's to help.
Shortcut. Okay, let me just look through what people have said. Vertice Model says, I was listening to Pogo Weightless album yesterday and it ended. An autoplay was on. I heard Iron Giant. Oh, well, that's great. Yeah, a lot of people get to me through Pogo, which is understandable considering I'm kind of leeching off him. Don't kill me. Nico Tunes doesn't look like crap to me. It looks fine. If you don't mind there being about a 50% chance on every button you press that it will crash and lose your project. Actually, with the latest versions, it's gone down to about 30% chance. That's why I upgraded from Sony Vegas because that one had more like a 60% chance. So it's going down. It's getting slightly better, but it's still a bit sort of crowded. Oddworld says, hey, would you be able to add a sidechain compressor so when you talk, the sound from the video editor dips down? But yes, I can't do that right now, but I meant to say when we began that, you know, if there's something off with the sound, you guys need to tell me, because I'm not using headphones here. I'm using the speakers, so I won't notice. So if you can't hear me over the music, then let me know. Yeah, Shotcut. I haven't heard of Shotcut. I'll have to look that up. Let me just throw that into Firefox and leave that open so I look it up later and like, oh yeah, someone suggested that to me. And we'll go back to that. Okay. Back to video editing. Where were we?
I can't believe. To help us to be. Still have to read.
Yep, there's the buffering problem.
I can't believe. To help us to be. Still have to read. It's attached itself to me. It's almost as if I can't believe. Itself to me. It's almost as if
See, Sony Vegas and Movie Studio do this weird thing. Premiere renders out sections in the background. These just don't. They're just like, hey, you know, we just do everything in real time because that's more efficient. Anyway.
I can't believe. But it's to help us to be. I can't believe.
Now, it starts on beat, doesn't it?
I can't believe.
Yep, and it's more or less the same pattern, so you can just copy-paste. There's a lot of copy-paste. And you know, I'm actually going to make these new video tracks with the vocals on them. Because what did I just do? Did I delete an audio track? No, I cloned one. Now I can delete it. make these a separate track and name it vocals, because we're going to be layering stuff on top of itself. Or on top of each other, rather. No. I want to move all the audio down, thank you. Very nice. Very nice. We'll call this Vocals 1. Okay. These are pretty much done, so we can just sort of go like, yeah, no, we'll just, squish these down up here. Yeah, it's fine, mate. And we'll turn that off and fix this up.
I can't believe, but it's to help us. It's to help us to be still have. It's to help us to be still have to read. It's attached.
Okay. Now this one, I think we might just be able to pull it back.
Believe, but it's to help us to be. Believe, but it's to help us to be still have to read. Believe, but it's to help us to be still have to read.
Maybe.
To be.
There's also that glitch there, so we can fix that. I might actually turn quantizing to frames back on, because then we actually know where things are and we don't get glitches like that.
Us to be still have to read. It's attached itself have to read. It's attached itself to me. It seems to me that the closest thing.
Okay. And then we've got that extra bit of vocal from George. And that's from... come on. You can do it. There you go. It's from... where is it? Is it Cuban Cigars or Negotiating? I think it's... Yeah, we'll use that clip later.
Alice.
Good. Doing good.
Is it? It's the one before they go on the trip. It's Bubble Boy. That's what it is.
Him anymore. Where is he?
It's attached itself to me.
It's just solid the audio.
Off to the legs. Yeah. Listen, I want to thank you for the invite. Well, I'm off to the
1947. It's
So, we'll see. It's a 47 Cap'n, all right?
incredible.
All right, there you go.
Excited.
It's before that.
Oh, great. Oh,
I know exactly where this is. You can just follow us.
oh, great. Okay, we're going away.
Is that here?
You stop in, you visit. Oh, all right, beautiful. So you stop in, and then we can go.
There it is. Down here, no, on the second track because it's a second layer. And unmute the audio.
It's to help us to be still have to read.
And that looks like pretty simple lining up there.
It's attached itself to me.
And we'll fix this up later. It's a little bit misaligned.
Read. It's attached itself to me.
Oh, that's part of that clip. I remember that. There's another version of this video which is less. It's kind. I've already synced its stuff up in another version of this video, but it's. I decided not to use that one because there were some things that I did that were sort of like, yeah, okay, we'll start again. We'll learn from our mistakes.
It's attached itself to me.
Now we'll
Read. It's attached itself to me.
worry about doing fancy effects at some point later.
It seems to me that the
Right now we'll just sync things up.
it's it. Then we can go. This is it.
And so we'll put this one in there.
A bubble. Then we can go.
Back back where it was.
Then we can go. Then we can go. Then we can go.
That works. And then we've got George Funbit with the
Less to keep it another day. Rewind. Don't give them the...
Giving you the set.
it's before that.
We didn't rewind.
There's no sign. There's no sign.
And it's not. We won't worry about syncing it up because it's not like he's saying anything important. You won't be able to read the lips correctly anyway. So we'll just throw that in there. Turn that off, otherwise you can tell. We'll just split that up and then throw this over here. It just needs to look right, doesn't need to be right.
Then we can go.
And we'll fix up it. Look, it's a bit jumpy, but we'll fix that up later.
To help us, stupid idiot.
I am trying to read the chat. Although it's actually moving very quickly. I seem to have missed a lot of it. Okay, so there is some problems with me being too quiet, so I will turn me up and turn the desktop down. Thanks, Fantasy Models. Your Caroline remixes are really... Coraline? It's Coraline, not Caroline. Really colourful, yeah. That's one of my good ones. Final Cut Pro X, the best for... I've worked with Final Cut Pro X, but I don't think I'm ever going to go to Mac. Well, that's wrong. I probably will at some point, but not right now. What's this song called? It's called Seinfeld. Pun intended. You can buy a pretty decent iMac used for about $4. An iMac, is that the PC or the laptop? Because I don't want a laptop. A laptop for editing? No, need a PC. Gotta have the full experience. I'm pretty icky about using. I'm in the zone. Yes, I am kind of in the zone. Well, not anymore. That's okay. This is a nice distraction. It kind of looks like it's Sony Movie Studio. Save before it crashes. Yes, I've become very good at pressing Control X every 2 seconds. Rob M says, where is he located? Are you referring to me? I'm in Brisbane. Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. I would love to see me and Pogo do a remix together, yes. I haven't really collaborated with other people on remixes though, so I'm not sure how that's going to work, but we'll see. Right. Back to the video. If that made a loud noise, I'm very sorry. And then a bubble is obviously from the Bubble Boy. Here. And it'd be good if we had audio.
Well, I'm off to the links. Huh?
So right at the beginning.
He lives in a bubble. It's a bubble boy.
There it is.
It's a bubble.
And there you go. Synced up and lovely.
A bubble. A bubble. A bubble. To help us, stupid idiot. To help us, stupid idiot.
No, I think is from... Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. I think it's from Negotiating. The names for these, by the way, are just what I've named the samples that I because I sampled this a little differently. Usually I go through the whole film, but this isn't a film, so I just picked out good sections of each episode that stood out to me and did that.
Experience and no idea, more money. I think you're wrong.
And so these
Well,
are
we'll
just the
just
same
see.
name
Yes,
as
we
the
will.
files.
Yes, we will.
I just said that.
I know you did.
So good for you.
Is this the right one? It doesn't seem like it's the right one. No, because they don't leave the room at the end. Is it Cuban cigars? It could be. Also, I should probably get rid of these because I'm never going to use them.
Manipulate.
Nope, not Cuban cigars. Which one is it then? It's not George Funbit. It's not not Restaurant 1. Diner stand-up, Seinfeld Kramer phone call. Is that the right one?
Head dancing.
There it is. He's putting on the jacket. That's the one.
A piece.
Yeah, don't worry.
Listen. You know, I think he wears a piece. You know, I think he...
There it is. And we'll pull this all the way back over here to where it's meant to go.
You know, I think... You know, I think... You know, I think... You know, I think to help us...
And we're going to have to do some pretty hefty freeze framing on that one.
To help us... To help us, stupid idiot!
To help us, we can just copy paste them from back here, right?
To help us...
Yep. Over to here, like...
To help us, stupid... To help us...
And then...
Stupid idiot!
Stupid idiot. That's from... Bubble Boy plus car. And it's from the car part.
Now what are we gonna do? Can't believe it! I lost him! That stupid idiot!
There he is. Bye-bye. Off to the left. Down over here.
Help us, stupid idiot!
This one will have to stretch a little.
Help us, stupid idiot! I don't feel like...
That's a good video for the sample.
Help us, stupid idiot!
You really see how he's saying
Help us,
it.
stupid idiot! I don't feel like...
And that one's from the car as well. Because we deleted it, we'll have to reopen it again. Wonderful. Over here.
What's he doing? What is his 25 as much as...
Actually like her?
I don't know if he likes her.
There it is. Is the sound any better, by the way? That would be just as surprising for me as it would for you, Rob M. Yeah, Rob M says, wouldn't that be funny if Nick Pogo just walked into the room in the background and said, "Sounds good, mate." That's not how Pogo sounds. Sounds good, mate. What are you working on? Yes. Is Muffy's accent greater than Pogo? Oh, that's very nice of you to say. Yeah. Yeah, I've got a bit of British in mine. I've been watching too much Monty Python as a kid. Am I going to upload the Getaway album to Spotify? No. No. I am a little bit cautious about copyright with that. You know, Bandcamp, okay, I can deal with that. Spotify, that's a little bit different than Bandcamp. Live stream would well, one of us, either I would have to fly to Perth or he would have to fly to Brisbane. That's a very long flight. Yeah. Chip Chap Chop's got it right. I'm in the opposite side of the country. That's like, I don't know, I think that's like a 10-hour flight or something like that. It's ridiculous. Good evening, folks. Let's go on. Constantly mention. No, I don't mind. I don't mind you comparing me to Pogo. Makes me improve myself. And that's it. Okay, let's get back into it. I need to stretch this out a smidgen. then we've got this one, which is the same. And we'll just copy and paste this over here. That's about right.
Very funny, I get it.
Yeah, that's where we're putting that, because when I was making the remix, the actual music on stream last time, I can't remember who it was. Someone mentioned putting in George Costanza doing a Fortnite dance, and I was like, oh, what? What is it? You know, is there like a weird late night talk show host that's done some weird stuff which is featured with George Costanza? No, actually, there's a dance which is taken from Seinfeld. So that's where we're going to put it.
Very funny, I get it. Then we can go.
And we saw it before. It was in here. I'm not a big fan of Fortnite. That's why I'm putting it in the sarcastic bit. Is it in here or is this the wrong place? This is the wrong one. Cuban cigars, it's probably it. There. Here it is. No, missed it. There you go. We're not touching that yet. Staying away from that.
Very funny, I get it.
But we'll put that in there. That's from Seinfeld Kramer phone call. It's where Kramer's got pants on one side only. My phone keeps vibrating.
What's this? That one pant leg on for?
Don't you know?
It's over here.
Come on.
Is it this one?
They're very funny, I get it.
Yep. There we go. I think I might have actually auto-tuned that one. Just a smidgen, so it fits in well.
Very funny, I get it.
It's funny, in that scene you can see Kramer's... I can't remember the name of the person who plays Kramer, but there's some stuff-ups in Seinfeld, some scenes where it's like, yeah, we did like 500 takes and none of them were good, so we'll just pick the best one. Where, you know, someone's trying their best not to laugh.
Very funny, I get it.
And we can pull this out all the way over here.
Very funny, I get it. Then we can go. You stay. Then we can go. You stay. And to help us, stupid idiot.
And now it's time to do the usual thing I do at this point in the live stream and complain that it's hot because I've got the window and the door closed and take off my jumper. Right. Back to work.
Then we can go. You stay.
Now there is a sound effect here.
Then we can go.
You probably don't recognize it at all because it's not really an iconic sound effect, or if it is, it's been edited down about 1 trillion times. But if we go to the diner scene here, it's Kramer.
To make sure that it fit, and suddenly I feel this kick hit me on the side of the head. It knocks me.
There it is.
I look.
So we'll throw that in there. I don't know if we'll leave it in there.
Then we can go. Then we can go.
That vocal there actually kind of works. Unfortunately, it's not part of the remix.
Then we can go.
Does it actually work?
Then we can go.
Maybe. Anyway, that'll be for another time. I gotta fix up the... Go back to the audio if we're gonna do that.
Then we can go. Then we can go.
And then we've got Then We Can Go again. Right back at the beginning.
Then we can go.
You stink.
And these are exactly the same. And it's just got You Stink in the middle of it.
Then we can go.
You stink. You stink.
And that'll fill in that black gap there. And that's from Stinky Bit. Who would have guessed? You Stink is from the Stinky Bit.
I showered. I've been in the car. You stink.
There you go. Perfect line delivery.
You stink.
That's not synced up to the correct one.
You stink. You stink.
We might actually...
You stink.
And this one's got a fairly long bit at the end of it. It's got laughing in it, but... Yeah, we might not have the whole shot there. We'll see how it goes.
You stink.
Yeah, you need something else in there. We'll fix that up later.
And to help us,
You've got a bub, which is the first part of a bubble, which is over here.
to help us.
There we go.
And to help us, stupid.
We'll freeze frame that again soon.
And to help us, stupid idiot. And to help us, stupid idiot. And to help us, stupid idiot. I'll be like,
We could just copy and paste this whole section, because that's just repeated there, isn't it?
and to help us, stupid idiot.
Except for that. And everything's pulled back a little bit, so we'll move it forward again.
And to help us, stupid idiot.
And then you've got the only sample from... Well, that's embarrassing. I've forgotten her name. We'll have to figure it out some other time. Which is not now, unfortunately, because I don't want to. What is it? No, not. So that's in Cuban Cigars, because it's when she comes back. Right.
Svengali.
Cheerful mental hold on you.
I find a match.
This guy, you're seeing somebody else. Svengali.
Where is it, though?
What do you mean not letting you?
So what happened? Is it,
I mean,
why not?
well, he not quite.
Is it over?
No, not quite. No, not quite.
Yeah. So there's the sample, but this is an instance where that clip
No, not quite.
is a little bit unfocused on her. Elaine, that's her name. See, I knew it, I just forgotten for a few seconds. We'll put this in here for now. We'll probably change it though. I'll turn that off. Especially because it's coming from over there. And she's over there in the video.
Detach himself to me. I can't.
And if I remember correctly, that if I remember correctly, that sample from George is from the same thing, but he's not on camera, so we might have to leave that and figure it out later.
You know, I can't find a match any.
Oh, it's not gonna work with this.
Old boyfriends come back into...
Yeah, Kramer's on camera at that point.
Tell him an old boyfriend's come back into your life.
I mean, we could throw that in there, I guess, for now.
Tell him an old boyfriend.
to be a bit strange, though. Yeah, a bit out of context. We'll leave that out of there for now. And you've got attached itself to me, which is back here.
Still have to read. Still have to read. It's attached itself to me.
And we'll throw this over here. So you've got George, which doesn't exist, and then attached itself to me.
Can't believe.
Nope, attached itself to me is back here.
It's attached itself to me. I can't believe. I can't believe. To help us to be. I can't believe. To help us to be. Still have to read. It's attached.
And we can probably just copy paste this whole section out of there because it is basically the same. Just go like that. It's not what I was intending. Like that. What are you doing? Oh, that's why, because you got that clip up there. It needs to be there. Wonderful.
I can't believe. To help us.
Yes, yes, I know. For some reason in Vegas, I've tweeted about this, but they, and Movie Studio, they give more priority to generating thumbnails than they do to rendering the video. So one of the things you have to do when you open it up is go into, is it general or editing, something like that? Maybe it's not. Display? One of these settings, there's, you can change what, there you go, thumbnails to show in video events, and you need to set this to anything except for all, because otherwise it will, you won't be able to do anything, you won't be able to watch anything. And I think at this point these are screwing up the video. So let's just go to an empty one, FL Studio, and there you go. Now I bet you it will play quicker.
Attach itself to me. I can't believe. To help us to be. Still have to read. It's attached itself to me.
Man, it's not the first time I've been wrong, but it does make a difference. Yeah, he does have a bit more of a deep voice than me. Joshua, Josh, or just Jay? Rob M says, I don't mind whatever you want to call me. Well, actually, no. I guess I prefer Josh. I just don't care what people call me. Mr. J. It sounds like Mr. K, which is another name that I went by a little while ago. Chip Chap Chop. What do you paint? I don't paint. Not sure where you got the idea that I paint. I don't paint. I'm a purely ear person. For a while when I was a lot younger, I did draw, but I don't do that anymore. A lot of the drawings that I made were a little bit, and this kind of was sort of like, yeah, this is nice, I like this a bit better, and so yeah, anyway. It's a scrolling action that slows the video down. I use a proxy. It depends in Vegas what video you use. Sometimes proxies don't help for some reason. Especially then, because in the back when I was using Vegas with the in the 2012 version, they made standard definition proxies, but now they make HD proxies. What's the point of a proxy if it's exactly the same as the original? The only time where it downscales it is with 4K video, which I do actually have in this. I have this video, this footage here is 4K, but only because I'm, planning to zoom in on it. Anyway, let's keep going. Have I ever checked out Mr. Simon's Disruptor app? No, I haven't. I'm not sure if I'm following Mr. Simon. I remember him. I should follow him at some point. Okay. Well, I will continue on.
It's attached itself to me.
Now, is there anything here which is not supposed to be?
It's attached itself to me. I can't believe to help us to be still have to read. It's attached itself to me. I can't believe.
That's not supposed to be there.
To me, I can't believe.
Let's just grab this and throw it out there.
I can't believe. But it's to help us to be still have to be still have to read. Then we can go. It's attached itself to me.
I pressed Control S and something else happened. No. I pressed Control S and it saved and refreshed everything. Okay. Excuse me. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Yeah. It was either upgrade the version of Vegas, which was I think was a couple $100, or this, which was 70. So it's not like, yeah, I can afford this. The other one I could afford if I, you know, sold everything I own, plus a couple of $1 trillion. Anyway. What are we doing? This.
I can't believe. But it's to help us be still have to read. It's attached itself to me. I can't believe. But it's to help us.
Okay, so we can just copy and paste this whole section then.
I can't
Like that. And then scroll it back a little. Like
I can't believe. But it's to help.
like that, I think. Maybe.
I can't believe. But it's to help us be.
Let's just turn this.
I can't believe.
Nope.
I can't believe. But it's to help us be. Still have to read. It's attached itself to me.
Yep. Like that.
Still have to read. It's attached itself to me. I can't believe.
We are actually missing that bit there. Which we took out of there. So we need to put it back in.
It's attached itself to me. It's almost as if
It's only the last part, but it's still there. So we better keep it in.
it's attached itself to me. I can't. I can't.
Throw that down here.
I can't believe. But it's to help us. We still have to read. It's attached itself to stupid idiot. Self to stupid idiot.
Okay, we're just gonna get the main vocals, the feature stuff done first. So, stupid idiot, that's over here somewhere, isn't it? It's over here, isn't it?
To help us, stupid idiot.
There it is. It's over here as well.
Self to stupid idiot.
We'll just sync it up.
Self to stupid idiot.
That's a bit out of
Self to stupid idiot. Self to stupid idiot.
up there.
Self to stupid idiot. Self to stupid idiot.
What's going on?
Self to stupid idiot. Self to stupid idiot.
Oh, okay, I see what's going on. I stretched this last bit, squished this last bit in the song, but the rest is the same. I won't bother with that. So it's not quite syncing up right with the audio.
Attach itself to stupid idiot. I can't believe.
But it doesn't matter because you won't notice it.
I can't believe. To help us, we still have to. I can't believe. To help us, I can't believe. To help us, we still have to read. It's attached with the man I'm looking for.
So there are some changes there. But it's mostly the same.
I can't believe.
And I've noticed we've cut the beginning off that for some reason. So put it back in.
I can't believe. But it's to help us, we still have.
And that glitch is still there.
It's to help us.
So we best pull this back a smidgen and throw that there. Alright. Back to where we were. Let's just copy and paste this whole section. Oh wait, no, hold on. I forgot stink. Stink. Stink.
And to help us, stupid idiot.
Yeah, it's over here, isn't it?
I can't believe.
No, it's over here.
And to help us, stupid idiot. Funny, I get it. Then we can go. You stink.
There it is. Over here. Put it up there for now. And it's just the last bit. So like that. Starting to sound a bit like Jimmy Carr, aren't I? And we might actually just get rid of that and leave stink there.
I can't believe. I can't believe.
And then we'll do the same thing with that later on. Probably not today. But with the same thing that we did with the Iron Giant, where his, because that's kind of broadened out. Like I've got a flanger on that. And the same thing in the Iron Giant remix when he's saying Dean. Put a flanger on that and then mirrored the video. So it seems like there's more than one of them. So we'll do one of those with this later on. But probably not today. We might only be syncing stuff up today. Because, yeah, where were we?
Read. It's attached itself to stupid idiot. I can't believe.
We still haven't got to that bit. So let's hurry up and get to that bit. And that's why that didn't copy. Let's sync up.
I can't believe. To help us.
And then it's still a little bit dodge. Always dodge, mate. Still a little bit dodge, eh, mate? Yeah. Like that.
I can't believe. To help us. To help us. To help us. To help us.
And is that going to work? I think that'll be fine for now.
To help us. To help us.
It's a little jumpy because he's moving and the camera's moving, so it jumps around a bit.
To help us. To help us.
Might actually throw a freeze frame in there. Might.
To help us.
Yeah, that could use a freeze frame. And it looks like that's the one. No, don't do it yet. You've got to select this so it goes in there. Nice. And in the gap. Fits lovely. Oh, it's beautiful.
To help us. To help us.
Yes, yeah, that's better. That's better. Okay, let's go read chat. Chip Chap Chop says, I wish Pogo had been able to finish his song for the album in time. Sounded so awesome. Is that the album for Mr. Simon, or are you talking about something else? Robin says, I had to edit a multicam 6K native video and it wouldn't play at all. I proxied it to 480p, did my edits, then replaced the video files with the originals and it took forever, and yeah, that's why I don't do that, because it takes forever. I'd rather just go in 1080, and I can't play 4K or 6K or whatever anyway, because I only have a 1080 screen. Hello, Avery Brew. It's very nice to see you here. What else have we got? Oh, that's a shame, Rob. Yeah, I haven't had any problem. Everyone complaining about stuff with YouTube. I've never had any problems. Yeah. That's 2 connections now. 2 connections to JonTron. 1, I upload very irregularly and often go and do nothing for many months. And 2, now he doesn't have any problem with YouTube doing anything, or at least that's what he said in the podcast, and neither do I. All right, that's okay. Moving on, back to the video. Let's see. Okay, so what do? We just...
To help us be
Yep.
still have to read. It's attached with the man I'm looking for. It's attached with,
And then we've got George saying, just the man I'm looking for.
it's attached with the man I'm looking for. Stink.
And then beep, beep. Okay, so those are in... Just the man I'm looking for is in Cuban Cigars. Or is it negotiating? Or neither? Or Stinky Bit? No? Or Seinfeld Kramer phone call? Could be this one. Let's take a look. It's when George comes in.
I'll bet this is from me.
Yeah.
Yep, this is the one.
Oh, you're just the man I'm looking for. You're just the man I'm looking for.
There we go. Throw this off down to the side. Come on. There we, yeah. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. And I think it's this gap here that we're looking for.
It's attached with the man I'm looking for.
Okay, let's get this synced up. We'll throw it up on this track for now so we can not worry about interfering with other things.
It's attached with the man I'm looking for. It's attached with the man I'm looking
It looks like we'll need to squish this one quite a bit, it seems.
for. It's attached with the man I'm looking for. It's attached with the man I'm looking for.
Stink.
And this is now off. It's fine.
Stink. Stink.
It's good though, because I was wondering about whether we'd be able to fit in beep beep. Turns out, no, you don't have to worry about that because one of the things was wrong, so that's okay.
Attached with the man I'm looking for. Attached with the man I'm looking for.
And that'll work fine. No, don't turn the opacity down. That's not a good idea.
Attached with the man I'm looking for.
Stink.
I can't believe.
Okay, and then we got beep beep, which is in one of the stand-ups. It's the one about airports. That would be episode 2 or episode 1? Episode 2, is that helmets or airports?
Silent speech to every criminal they arrest.
No, that's cops.
Just stand there.
This one's airports.
I hope we didn't slow you down. Yeah, we all scurry out of the way.
Here we go.
Beep, cart people, look out! Beep, beep, cart people, look.
There we go. And get rid of that and throw this over here. Oh, no, don't do that. Over here with the rest of the things. And up here so we don't interfere. And then we sync it up. It's just...
Beep, 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 beep.
It's actually mostly done. Mostly set up for us, isn't it?
It's attached with the man I'm looking for. Beep, beep.
Yep.
It's attached with the man I'm looking for. Beep, beep.
Stink.
I can't believe. It's attached with the man I'm looking for. Beep, beep.
Stink.
Although there's not much lead up to it, is there? We might actually slow it down because it's a bit quick.
I'm looking beep, beep.
Stink.
I'm looking beep, beep.
Maybe not.
I'm looking beep, beep.
Stink.
I think the problem is beep. Yeah, he goes to say cart people at the end there, and it's opens his mouth. So we might need a freeze frame. Freeze frame, please. Like that. And then freezes, save, and oh, thank you, movie studio, for defocusing me. Okay, like that, and then it works,
The man I'm looking beep, beep.
Stink.
I can't believe.
and it works. I predicted the future,
Stink.
I can't believe. For this to help us.
and then we go.
For this to help us. Be. For this to help us. Be. Still have to read.
Let's turn the acapella off. We don't need that. What have I missed? I did miss someone asking about mastering. Yes, Rob M. Did you master the audio yet? More or less. I might make some changes. The remix and the mixing is all done. I think I've made some small changes to the mastering the past couple of days. I think that's probably done as well. Yeah, the audio's done. I'm just putting together the video right now. Right. Am I British? No, I'm Australian. Brisbane, mate. Oh, yeah. Australia, mate, yeah. Oh, come on, Relon. Come on. The video's the second best part. It enhances it, adds, you know, another dimension to it. It's very nice. Am I editing the music itself? No, there's no... this is just the video. Yeah, the video can kind of cloud your judgment of the music. I do understand that, though. I do understand that. Although you probably, if you tried to do it the other way around, probably wouldn't end well. Video without the music. I've actually got... I might have a video of back when I did the Zootopia remix of just the video, except I've turned off the music and turned on all the audio tracks for the video clips, and it sounds really horrible. Okay. Anyway. Where were we? Okay, so that's where we were up to. And... no, I think. Okay. I'm just trying to think. Well, we'll make that the feature, yeah. Maybe, or we'll put it over the top. No, we'll leave this as the feature for now. But a bubble needs to go over the top. And that's just the end. A bubble is over here somewhere, maybe. Oh, would you look at that? I'm a genius and knew exactly where it was and totally just didn't randomly pop into it on accident. Calm down, movie studio. It's not party time yet, not finished. And since we put that in the foreground,
Still have to read. Detach yourself to me. Have to read.
we might actually bring this back a little bit.
Have to read. Have to read. Detach yourself to me.
We can either cut off a bubble or cut off still have to read. I think we might cut off still have to read.
Have to read. Have to read. Have to read.
I just don't want to do it in a way that...
Still have to read. 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 Detach.
Yeah. We'll cut off bubble. Because if we cut off still have to read, it kind of breaks it.
Still have to read. Detach yourself to me.
Yeah, see, that's smoother. You don't get to see all of a bubble, but it looks smoother. And what I was going to do before, since we put a bubble in the foreground here, we need to put it in the foreground back here.
Still have to read. It's attached, still have to read.
It really is in the foreground, so we should have it in the foreground of the video.
Bubble.
Synced up the wrong thing there.
It's attached. Still have to read. It's attached itself to do.
I'll tell you what I was laughing at soon.
It's attached itself to do.
Once we get this in the foreground at all the times.
To help us, we still have to read. It's attached.
Throw that in there like that and like that.
It's attached with the man I'm looking for. I can't believe, but it's to help us, we still have to read. It's attached itself to me, still have to read.
No, I've decided against cutting off a bubble. You need to have a bubble there.
Have to read. It's attached itself.
And is it in sync?
Have to read.
No, it is.
Have to read. It's attached itself to me.
It just doesn't look like it.
Then we can go.
And we'll leave that bit for a bit later because we need to do the focus stuff there first, which is going to be different. Some different stuff. So, I was going to tell you what I was laughing at. I briefly had this soloed,
I can't believe, to help us.
and it's just messed up. If we solo that and the instrumental and see what it sounds like.
I can't believe, to help us, we still have to read. It's attached itself to me. I can't believe, to help us, we still have to read.
This is what I'm talking about, where the video doesn't have to work well without the music.
We still have to read. It's attached.
Just the man I'm looking for.
Beep beep.
You stink.
I can't believe.
The video is horrible
to
without
help
the
us,
music.
Have to be. Still have to.
Okay, that's enough of that. What would I consider Road to El Dorado? I'd have to watch it. I mean, I think I've seen it before, but many, many, many years ago. Have I done The Princess Bride? No. Can I do The Princess Bride? I probably could. Depends on if I want to. And that is, like, I'm not mocking you. That is legitimate. I don't know if I want to, because I can't quite remember which movie you're talking about, which movie The Princess Bride is. I'd have to look it up and check. I'm pretty sure I've seen it before, but when I was much younger. I kind of used to be kind of a, let's be what Pogo. Pogo kind of drifted off in an area, and I've kind of gone back to where he started from, and then kind of drifted off in a different direction. So I think we're still quite different in terms of our sound. My tracks are more complex than Pogo's. Yes, unfortunately, that means when I start to run out of ideas, which is inevitable, they get shorter. I wonder why my videos in the past couple years have been shorter. Yeah, I've got to figure that out. Definitely have to pitch the samples to the chords to the main theme of the song you're creating. Yes, that's true. Downtown Ironville, that's a very good one. That's a nice one. I like the middle section of that one. Okay. Now, where were we? Where were we? That's a good question. Where were we?
But it's to help us to be. Still have to read. Then we can go. It's attached itself.
Mute that, thanks. I thought that sounds a bit demonic. Preferably not have demons in my video. Thank you very much. Next up. Yeah, I want to see actually, because I've got these waveforms here for that scat sample in the background,
I get it. Then we can go.
like in the drums there, to the sides. You can hear that. That's actually it's sampled from a song from Beyond Good and Evil. Funky Bars, something or other. It's just taken straight from the beginning of the song. But I've got these visualizations from Z Game Editor, or Z Game Editor, as Americans like to call that letter. Now, why am I unmuting everything? I should be keeping everything muted. What I want to do is mute the video. There you go. And I want to see if these play, because I set them to generate a proxy. But
Then we can go. You
yeah.
stay.
Yeah, see, this is how useful proxies are in Movie Studio Platinum. They're not useful. The best you can do in this is actually go Shift, I think it's Shift M? Uh-oh. No, that's not no. It must be Control Shift M. It's Shift B. There's Shift B. And that'll render the selection to memory. And then you can play it until you edit it, and then you can't play it anymore. Some of the repetitions, Rob M says, I understand this entire song-making process is time-consuming. Some of the repetition of the same patterns get annoying to me because I grew up listening to DJs and freestyle. Is that with this song? Are you giving me criticism? I mean, I'm happy to take it. But I'm not sure what you're referring to there.
You stay. And to help us, stupid idiot. I can't believe
Is that working now? Huh. Well, that was weird. Seems to be working. Yeah, it seemed I just disabled my my audio interface and re-enabled it. So I don't know. I guess the USB must have died or something. Anyway, it's good to have a voice again. Yeah, there's nothing to do with the mic. Okay, back to looking at this. How long ago was my mic not working? Let's just go back to where I was. Okay, so that's probably where it was. Okay. Well, anyway. Okay, let's see if Movie Studio is going to be nice and play these videos. My prediction is no. And I'm going to jump across to this one here. And it's going to want to make its own audio track. So let's put that there. No. Just put the video. This. Yes, like that. And then like that. And then we can get rid of this. And then yay. Okay, wonderful. What's going on there? Was I changing? It doesn't matter. I think I was just turning the light on. What we got?
I can't believe.
Oh. There's sound from other bits staying on. So what do we got? Is there a point where I start from the beginning again? Yeah, I missed it there. No, I think I'm still trying to learn it in that one. This is how underprepared I am for my videos. Is this from the beginning?
3.
I wonder if I can remember how to play that now. Because I'm almost certainly going to have to get some new footage for this because stuff that I've already got is a bit broken. Hopefully, I can't see any camera shake in that right now, but if we zoom right in, we might. Because that was a big problem, was that I had the camera mounted on the same desk that I had the... oh, that's blocking your chat. Camera mounted on the same desk as I had the keyboard on, and so whenever I played the keyboard, the camera would shake. But for some reason, I don't know, I must have loosened something, because it got progressively worse as it went on, so these might not be too bad. So let's just zoom in over here. Let's just allow free-form zoom, and then, yeah, throw that over there. Is that too bad? I wonder if anyone will notice that. Well, yeah, come on. I seem to recall something in Movie Studio about... hold on. Let me just turn that off so I don't have to worry about doing weird stuff with keyframes. I seem to recall something in Movie Studio about doing stabilization. Because this is not so bad that you can't stabilize it. Is there anything here that looks like it might stabilize the video? There it is. What do you think? Will that work? Ah, right. I haven't used this plugin before. I haven't done this before. I think the last time I did it, it looked horrible. So, we'll see how we go. The desk just creaked. media effects, and we'll do video stabilization. I guess stabilize. How long is this going to take? Because if it's going to take longer than a couple minutes, we're not going to do it. We're not going to worry. I'll do it later. Yes, I need to stabilize the footage because there's a bit of camera shake. There's a little bit. I don't know if people will notice it, but there's a little bit. It's not too bad in this one, thankfully, but in the other ones it is. Did I answer the 2-song question? Yes, I did, but my mic might have been gone, so I'll re-answer that. It was, who asked it? Who asked it? I think it was Rob. Was it Rob? No, it's Relon. Relon Masters said, if you had to delete your channel and could only save 2 of your songs to re-upload, which ones would I pick? And I said Zootopia Remix, Sly Bunny, and Getting Creative. Those would be the 2, because I think those 2 are, well, they're my favorite. They're my favorite. How long is this saying it's going to take? Oh, half an hour and climbing? No, thank you. I think we'll leave that the way it is for now, and we'll just deal with it. Oh, yes, that's a fantastic view. Let's get rid of that keyframe. Thank you very much. Lovely. Now, we're going to have to do some pretty intense video processing here to get this fixed up, because it's a little bit wonky, because it's slightly rotated, and it's also got perspective problems. I say slightly rotated, I mean rotated by 180 degrees. And there's your perspective problems, because I'm not looking straight down. I'm looking down from an angle, so now it's like it looks kind of like it's upside down, which is a bit weird. So we'll just straighten this up, and then we'll go to fix our problems with deform, which you can just go and go set that to that, and I should be able to just squeeze, no, squeeze the top slightly. There you go, all perspective issues fixed. There are no problems with this video anymore. And then just to make it look nicer, I'm just going to go to brightness and contrast, which is a tool which I understand some people, or at least I think some video editors seem to think, no, you must use curves. You must use curves. You must never use brightness and contrast. Curves is the only thing to use. No, brightness is good enough. Brightness and contrast is fine, at least for me. I'm not a professional. Well, not a professional video editor. Right now, at least. The problem with this is now we've got to... No, that's... Yeah, we need to do this before, in which case... What is it, 0.13? And I realize I'm doing this off-screen. Should be doing it on-screen. So this, the bottom needs to be 0.13. Like that. And then brightness and contrast before that. And then, yay, it's still kind of rotated wrong, so let's set the angle to, oh, it's reset. 181, is that in the right direction? No, that's the wrong one. Let's do 179. And that's too much. So it needs to be 179.5. No, that's wrong as well. Okay, 180. Give me a grid. Okay, I was wrong in the first place. That's still too much, so it needs to be 180.5. Yeah, that works. And because Movie Studio does not have masking, we have to use the cookie cutter tool, which is absolutely beautiful. Most fantastic, easy to use tool in the world. Okay. Now, I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to frame this shot. Well, we're supposed to just be getting this synced up, aren't we? So I think I'll just leave it the way it is.
About nothing.
Okay. And...
About nothing. About nothing.
why have I muted the instrumental there?
About nothing.
And why have I set this back to... Oh, that's why. I keep pressing restore. You need to be able to add like a second pan and crop thing there. So what was it? 180.5. And I've done weird funky stuff with keyframes again, haven't I? I think I've put 2 keyframes in the same spot. Yeah, I have. Bye-bye. Go back to the beginning, thank you.
Nothing. Nothing.
And now it's gonna lag. Of course it's gonna lag. Just my luck's gonna lag. Ah, happy birthday, Vertice Models. You're older than I am. A good couple years. What else have we got in here? Okay, yep, alright. I think I'm all caught up. If I render in 24 FPS, I can pan across it slowly and it might look cool. Well, with videos, I'm actually trying to avoid 24 FPS because with YouTube, it doesn't seem to like it very much. If you play it on mobile, then it will do resampling and it looks awful. Whereas if you do it in 30 or 25, then it's fine. So, and 25 is too close to 24. It makes it pause a little bit too much when it's redoing the frame rates. So that's why I'm not using 24. Okay, where were we?
Nothing.
That's right. I was complaining about the fact that it was lagging. Is there any way that we could fix that, or is that just set in stone? Am I rendering with the graphics card? I think I am. No, I'm not. Will that actually change anything? I don't know. I seem to recall it being less stable. I wonder, should we do that? Should we try that? See if it fixes that? Is it a last-minute thing? Otherwise, I'll just do this off camera because it's gonna be too long. We got to restart Movie Studio though in order to do that. He was loading VSTs and it forgot to close the window, but I didn't realize there was a window to that. Okay. Now, has running on the graphics card made any difference?
Nothing.
Actually, yes, it has. That's good. Now, if we zoom in on this just to see if it's synced up. And we'll need to zoom in on the shot because I don't like having my legs in the shot. That's a little bit weird. And we just move it across all areas. Oh, but that's gonna be a problem though, isn't it? That's gonna be an issue. Well, I was kind of thinking I'd have to refilm this stuff anyway, so. It's a shame because it's good footage. Well, I say that. It's broken footage.
Nothing.
Remember what I said about graphics card making a difference? Okay, let's set this to half. I'm going to refilm this a little bit dodge. Okay, let's get rid of this. Get rid of this. We don't need it. Not now. And I think then we might actually finish up. Because we've been here for an hour and a half. And that's a nice long time. And you see me working on this for a while. There was something else I was going to do. Can't remember what it was. Something in FL Studio in the project. But I can't remember what it was. No, it's gone. Right. Well, let's watch through what we've done. I wonder if we should try and render this out to memory. See if we have enough memory. What is it? Is it Shift B? Yeah, that's it. And just see what we've done. I don't think there's a full screen button. There is if you want to use a second screen, but not one for the main screen. Oh, YouTube supports 23. It's just when you play it on mobile devices, like an iPad or an iPhone or something. I've noticed that the iPad and the iPhone doesn't like 23. And so, you know, it's like, well, yeah, it kind of resamples it automatically and it looks kind of bad. Whereas 30's fine. Right. Oh, yes, that's right, the Kramer voice crab. I have to pull that from the audio file. Hopefully, if we just leave this after this is finished rendering, then it'll keep it in memory. Maybe. Or we'll find out. But I'll go back into the project and see if I can put that in there. It's not like I'd have to reopen the episode and take the sample. I've got the audio file. What? So, where is? Let's just open up samples folder. It seems like Audacity's gone off onto a different screen. Extracts, that's what I'm looking for. Extract. The essential Seinfeld extract. Dynaplus stand-up 2, I think is what it is.
What happened to you? I had to pick up my helmet from the shop, you know, because I had to get a new strap.
So where is it? It's here?
Knocks me.
We'll keep some of the laughter in and we'll probably fade it out though. And we'll keep the sound effect in as well. So let's export that, and this is going to go into a whole other folder. Music 2019 remixes, Seinfeld samples, and it's not tuned yet. It's Kramer Knox. Knox. No, not Nix. Knox. With an S, not an E. Lovely. Okay, and that's done. And then we can open up FL Studio. Not quite the project yet. We just got to tune this. Are there red lobsters in Australia? I don't know. I don't know much about Australia, unfortunately. Which is a bit strange considering I live here. New version. Yeah, but not right now, mate. We're looking for new tone. That's what we're looking for. Utilities, new tone. Kramer, is that in the tuned folder? No, it's not. So Kramer Knox. This might not work.
Knox.
No, we don't want quantization. Thank you. Snap to grid off. Thank you. And then just cut that up. And then center everything. Turn the variation down a little bit.
Knox. Knox, 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 Knox.
Yeah. Well, we'll save it and we'll see what happens. See if it fits in. It might very well not. We'll see. Save. Beautiful. Seinfeld remix. Seinfeld. You know, there's a what was it, the Bubble Boy episode? There's a scene in a diner where there's a joke which apparently no one heard, where the waiter calls Seinfeld, and no one caught it. No one laughed. I think there were too many jokes in a row there, so they didn't catch that one. They laughed at a joke before that, and then at a joke afterward, but not that one. No one caught it. And at first I thought it was, oh well, maybe the actor mispronounced, but no, it's actually a joke. It's written out like a joke. Anyway, okay, let's put this in. So where are we? It's over here.
You stink. Knox.
And
Then we can go.
it would be 23, maybe?
Knox.
Maybe.
Knox.
Yes, it is.
Knox. 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 Knox.
And then you've got that laugh there. It's that laugh, that's...
Knox.
It's the laughter. That's the laughter. The laughter's the problem.
Knox. Knox. Knox.
It does kind of work.
Knox. Knox.
I wonder if it'll work with the flanger.
Knox. 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 You stink. Knox. Knox. Knox.
Yeah, see that clouds it up if I open that up too much.
Knox.
And we don't want it with reverb.
Knox. Knox. Knox.
It sounds cool, but does it work? Let's listen to it in context.
A bubble to help us stupid idiot. I'll be like, very funny, I get it.
Knox. You stink.
I don't know. I like the space there. I think you do need that space there, because you've got it there at the beginning. Before that, and that kind of needs to be... because that sound effect does. That helps to fill in the space, and if you put that in, it's just too much stuff there.
Knox.
So, yeah, I don't think that's going to work.
Match any.
You stink.
And that one needs to go too. I must have accidentally turned that one on. Yeah, okay, I think that's about it for Audacity. Audacity? No, this is not Audacity. Audacity is not quite this complex. We don't need to save changes because we haven't really made any. We'll watch this through and then I'll catch up with the chat. And then it's probably rendered the half quality thing to memory, hasn't it? Yeah. That's wonderful. Okay. Okay. Well, I'll set this to render and then we'll check up with catch up with chat. And then I think that's about it for today. Right. It's just so that's not so distracting to you guys. We'll throw that there. Right. What have we got? There should be a full screen. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is in Vegas, but I'll find out. Yeah, it's probably. I thought. Yeah. I thought you were talking about. Oh, it's only rendered that. Oh, come on, really? Okay. Well, it looks like we'll have to do half quality then, because it can't render the whole project into memory in full quality, so we'll have to deal with it being half resolution. Anyway, it's not like that's much of a problem. Yeah, it would make sense that you don't have Red Lobster over here, because I thought you were talking about an actual lobster, as in a fish, and that was like, I don't know. I don't know what fish we have over here, what lobsters we have over here. So, obviously we don't have Red Lobster, because I have no idea that it was a food thing. A restaurant, or whatever it is. How many individual tracks are there in that FL session? I don't know. I'd have to look. People talking about drop bears. Should I go with the joke, or should I not? Animals are weird. Animals are weird. They really are. Yeah, I really don't like the myth that, how many tracks are there in this? Someone asked that. It was Rob M. You asked how many individual tracks are there in the FL session. There's 29. 29 playlist tracks. And 36 mixer tracks. It's far from my largest project. What was I saying? Oh yes, but despite common belief, not all animals here are out to kill you. Not everything is dangerous. Usually you see a spider in the bathroom, you can probably just, swipe it. It's fine, it's okay. Although, yeah, you won't catch me anywhere near a snake. Is there a full screen button? No. No, there isn't. Well, that's a shame, isn't it? There is a full screen button, but it means it's going to show up on this monitor over here. Which is annoying, because then I have to go into OBS and change that. Add in another monitor, or change this one. Which I'm just going to quickly do so that we can watch this in full screen. Although, no, I'm not actually. It's too much effort. Okay, let's just watch this.
Oh, yeah, right.
Let's resize it so it's slightly larger.
Oh, yeah, right. Like anybody's ever gonna do this. How did you get
And
me
there's
to
gonna
go
be big
along
gaps
with
in
that?
this.
A show about nothing.
And then we can have... Actually, there is something. I'm going to quickly do this now. I had an idea about how to put the titles in, because you've got this freeze frame here. It might be too quick, though. Don't know. But I want to take a look. If we go custom bins... I said this stream was going to end multiple times, haven't I? Oh, well. Guess we're going on. And we're not going to end it, so let's just pick a random one. Series 4, Episode 1. And let's just take a look at the opening and find credits. Or is it the ending? No, it's the opening. I'll have to do like a... graphic. Or something like that with this, and just overlay that over the top. But I want to see right now what this text font is, or at least something that's similar to it. So right now we'll just go media generators, titles and text. Sample text. You've probably seen that meme before. And can we just say Jerry? All caps, thanks. I think it might actually be impact or something like that. Seinfeld. And then it's left. Yep. And let's just go and find impact. See if that's the right one. It doesn't need to be exactly the same font. Just needs to be a similar one. I is before M. It's before J. Impact. Impact. It is impact if it was not as impactful. Needs to be thinner. Imprint? No, that's not right. Well, that's definitely not right. Lucidia. It would be... It's not a serif. I can't remember what it's called. Whatever type of font Arial is. Except it's squished. And a bit more stylized. It really is impact. It's just condensed and thinized. Thinized, is that a word? It's not Calibri. If impact wasn't bold by default, then yeah, I might have to make it my own title cards in GIMP at some point later. But I mean, look at that. Well, actually, no, I'm wrong. It's not. I was looking at the R's. The J, though, is different. Oh, I'm going to have to look through everything in order to find this. And there's some Cahoots fonts. Cahoots. Only people from Australia in a couple years ago will remember Cahoots. And only select people. It's a very rare program that's gone out of business, which I've got version 2 and version 3 of. Well, it's not Playbill. Yeah, I'd have to go through and look through everything, so we're not going to worry about that right now. Let's watch through it.
Oh, yeah, right. Like anybody's ever gonna do this. How did you get me to go along with that? A show about nothing.
Title. That's not right.
Silent speech to every criminal they arrest. I mean, is there anybody that doesn't know that by now? I mean, can't they just go, freeze, you're under arrest? You ever seen a Beretta? Yeah, good, get in the car. I can't believe, to help us to be, still have to
Hold
read.
on, I thought we rendered it to memory. There's not that much to show anyway. I think we'll just... Let me just finish it off. For some reason my chat is locked up the top. What have I missed? I'm still at Lobsters Have Gills. I didn't know that, but I wouldn't be surprised. Would I fight a horse-sized lobster or 100 lobster-sized horses? Probably 100 lobster-sized horses, because you can kind of just step on them. That's a bit morbid, isn't it? Do I have a particular... You get asked to remix a lot, but you don't really want to do. No. I've probably been asked to remix a bunch of different stuff, but I've just forgotten what people have asked me to. A lot of the stuff that people ask me to remix, it's sort of like, I haven't seen it, or it's already been done, or stuff like that. Or maybe I do want to do it, I just have other things I want to do first. Rob M says, I don't think anyone is objecting to a longer stream. Yeah, the only thing I'm worried about is me. because I can only really stream for so long. I found that out. Either I will stream for 3 hours straight, or I will get to 1 hour or so and just not have the ability to think anymore. Where am I in the chat? Okay, yeah. You can tell I'm getting fairly popular. I'm losing track of the chat now. Things about lobsters being weird. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? You know what? Let's finish off the syncing up. Might as well throw the secondary stuff on top. See what we've done, and then we'll finish.
To help us, stupid idiot.
That's it.
Very funny, I get it. Then we can go.
Here's a quick tip with Movie Studio in Vegas as well. If you've got anything that's encoded in HEVC or H.265, not H.264, H.265, you'll need to make a proxy or convert it to H.264, because Vegas is good with H.264, not that good with H.265. It's really bad, actually.
A stupid idiot.
These, yeah, they just came to mind because these are H.264, or at least I assume they are.
Attach itself to me. I can't believe to help us to be still have to read. It's a
Okay, and I think we only really need to finish off the overlays over here.
I can't believe, but it's to help us to be.
Yeah, do from Georgie. I can't remember what he says. Something, Georgie.
Then we can go.
There it is. Okay, we'll put this over here. And I think that should be fine.
To be.
I'm just going to actually quickly just switch it back to CPU instead of graphics card, because CPU works better with well, the thing you got to understand, I think I learnt this a while ago when I was using Blender, is difference between CPU and graphics card in terms of rendering and stuff like this is CPU is good for if you're rendering one thing. A graphics card is good if you're rendering lots of stuff. It's good at doing multiple things at once. It's like a trillion core CPU. Well, not that many cores, but you know what I mean. So if you're rendering like a video like this, you're playing it out, and graphics card's probably going to be worse than a CPU.
But it's to help us to be still have to read. Then we can go. It's a then we can go. It's a
Not that that means it's going to make anything better here.
read. Then we then we can go. Then we can go. Then we can go. Then we can go. It's attached itself to me. I can't. Then we can go. It's attached
And I've
itself
got used
to
to
me.
just playing stuff over
I
and
can't
over again,
believe,
waiting
but
for it to
it's
render.
to help us to be
Set this to full.
us to be still have.
No, let's not set that to full. You go into forums and you talk about people with this lagging, and they keep saying, set it to half. It's like, well, no, that's not going to make any difference if you're literally just playing a video file.
Us to be still
And
to be still to be still have to read. It's attached
I've forgotten where we are in the song. Is this the main bit?
to be still have to read. It's attached itself to me. Itself to me. I can't believe, but it's
Then you got I Don't Know If He Likes from back here.
it's attached itself to me. I can't believe. But it's
It's just solid.
believe, but it's believe, but instead
There you go, that's fine.
believe, but instead help us be.
And then back over here with these.
Us be still. Us be. Us be.
Mm.
Us be.
Yeah.
Us be. Still. Us be. Still have. Be.
That freeze frame is going to be causing a problem unless we extend this out.
Us be. Still. Us.
We'll leave that the way it is. It's going to look weird now, but we'll fix it later.
Still have to read.
I keep saying that. We'll fix it later. Wonder if that's a pattern.
Still have to read. It's attaching. It's attached itself to stupid idiot. I can't believe. Can't believe. I can't believe.
Now you've got that.
I can't believe.
We got that harmony there, which is actually a different sample of him saying "I can't believe" somewhere else in the car, which is subclips. Where is it? Bubble Boy car. There it is. All right. Hello.
I'm excited.
I'm excited.
Over here.
he likes her as much.
Can't believe this. I lost him.
That, please,
That's
would
what
you
he
just
says.
go to the airport from...
What's he doing? Is he out of his mind? Do you see him? I don't even think I see him anymore. Where is he?
Isn't that blue car him?
No, that's not him. What happened to him? I can't believe it. I lost him.
There it is. And we'll put that over the top. We'll probably put that off to the side in the video. But for now, it's good to have it just there. Gonna really yank this off to the side. Come on. Come on. There we go. Pull the audio up.
It's attached itself.
And we're too early. It's over here.
I can't.
And we'll need to stretch this one out.
I can't. I can't believe. I can't believe.
We can go.
I can't believe.
We can go.
How far before that can we go? Can we go back to there? Yes. And we can't go any further because he keeps talking. Let's turn that off and set that to mute.
I can't believe. I can't believe. To help us. To help us. Please.
And then put this over the top over here.
To help us. Help us. Please. Still have to.
Pull this back a smidgen.
Still have. Please. Still have
Lovely.
to read. It's attached with the man I'm looking.
Then you've got BB.
I can't believe. But it's to help.
And then I don't know if he likes. We might actually just copy and paste this whole section here. We also need to copy this across.
I can't believe. But it's to help. Can't believe. To help us.
Over here, like that. And now we're having overlaps overlapping. That's a problem. And now Movie Studio is struggling to do a crossfade. Well, that's nice. Cut this short. I think it might actually be to do with memory usage. But then again, that's kind of me just making stuff up. Okay. And then we've got No I Think, which is over here somewhere.
to help
And that sound there, that is actually Seinfeld. It's not George, but it sounds like it. So we'll put George in there.
have to read. Still have to read. Still have to read. Detach itself to me.
And that ending bit we'll leave off till later. Actually, no, we won't, because it should be very simple.
I can't believe to help us be.
Because it is
I
literally.
can't believe to help us be. Still have be. Still be. Be. Still have to read.
It's literally just copy paste this across, and then it's exactly the same, except for I think we're missing one sample.
Then we can go.
Two samples. Three samples. Well, it's not that simple. Turns out.
Read.
Okay, we'll finish up the sync with this last section then. It's not that hard. Come on. Is that right? Yes, that's right. Just doesn't look right. And then over here.
To me.
And then the other thing we're missing is. Then we can go. Which is that. And we'll throw this here. Actually switch these around, put this one on the bottom, and then we can go on the top so that overlays. Stink, which is over here somewhere. There it is. What have I cut off there? Uh-huh. I haven't checked chat in a while, but I'll be there in a little second or two. Just copy this across here.
To me.
And then to me is over
Detach itself to me.
is right to the end there. You just copy paste this over here. Like so.
To me. To me.
And then you got the ending. End screen. That'd be lovely. We might have a skit here at the end. You know, just like a way to end the remix with a skit from the Seinfelds. The Seinfeld. Such epic. Alright. Okay. Okey dokey. I think that's enough for today. What have I missed? Helvetica Bold Condensed. I will make a note of that by putting this over here. Thank you very much, Matthew Lopez. You have been a huge help. And it'll need to be on... over. Come on. Come on. There you go. Helvetica Bold Condensed. I should have that. That's a fairly common sounding one. Helvetica is very well known. Helvetica. Ah, no, I don't. Well, that's strange. I thought I would. Okay. Well, we'll type it in here. Font is Helvetica. Bold condensed. Please make titles, please. And make that bold and a little smaller and centered. So yeah, there you go. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay. More lobster info. Okay. They have teeth in their stomach, apparently. That's lovely. That's probably why I recognized it. It's probably like the default in Pages or Word on Mac. Anyway, I think I'm going to finish up now. It's been a lovely stream. How long has it been? About 2 hours. Yeah, 2 hours exactly. 2 hours and 10 minutes. Anyway, it's fantastic to see you guys here. It's great to see how many people have turned up. I think, because I have been doing, let's change this to the camera. I have been doing weekly live streams on Twitch. I think I'm going to change that to weekly live streams on YouTube, because although Twitch is nicer in terms of stream quality and stability, yeah, everyone's here on YouTube. No one's on Twitch. So I think I'll stick here. The downside of that is that these streams I've got a huge backlog of streams to upload to Snuffy Extra, and each one of those are like a couple gigabytes each, and it would be lovely if we had great internet in Australia, but we don't. So those, if I was going to upload one stream up, it would be an overnight thing, and that, yeah. Yeah, I'll have to figure out when I'm going to do that, catch up on all the backlog, but these streams will probably stay up on the channel if I'm going to do weekly streams on YouTube, which I think is going to be a thing now. They will stay on the channel until the next stream, where they will become unlisted, because I don't really want my channel to be just a whole bunch of live streams. Anyway, I can stream with both if I have the yeah, I don't have the bandwidth. I think right now I've got my video quality settings set to 500 kilobits per second, which is about my limit. I think I probably could go up to 600, but that would be really pushing it. So doing two at once would be, I'd have to go down to like 250 or 300, and this is bad enough quality as it is. Anyway, I guess in that case, I'll see you here on YouTube next week. I hope you all have a good week. I hope you have a good rest of the day, or a good sleep, if it's nighttime where you are. I'll see you later. See you next week, same time. Goodbye. And I have to remember, I got to stop streaming on the YouTubes. I can't stop streaming in OBS. That's the Twitch thing. It's another thing I like about YouTube, is you get a little more control over how your stream works. In Twitch, it's just, well, you stream it and then it works, and then you stop and it doesn't work, and yeah, anyway, I'll see you folks later. Goodbye. Every time. Yes. Yay. And then we can stop streaming. And then stop recording.